Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Liverpool 3, Newcastle 2. There's a lot to unpack in this game. What a brilliant result for us, but we need to talk about a few things. So the game, I've literally got all my notes here ready. I was writing all my notes down during the game. So first off, we was really good in the first half an hour. Gravenberch scored a goal and also Ekitike. I can't remember if that was extra time of the first half or like the minute into the second half, if that makes sense. Whatever. So it was really good. Then we started to look a little bit from like the 35th minute until half time. What a lovely goal from Gravenberch and a lovely goal from Ekitike. And then Anthony Gordon got sent off. I've seen loads of Newcastle fans say that it's not a red card, because his studs weren't up. I'm going to put a picture now of what it actually looked like. There is no way. I watched it live and I didn't even have to see the replay and I knew it was a red card already. For one, Van Dijk wouldn't have gone down for no reason. I was absolutely terrified when he went down. I thought, oh my God, no. Second of all, he literally took his sock off and studs were up because you can literally see scrape marks down Van Dijk's leg. So I don't get why people are saying that is not a red card. How else would he get them down his leg? And we saw it literally studs up on his leg and it literally scraped down because his sock came down with it. And then Van Dijk in the picture is literally going like, look at my leg, like you need to send him off. I can't believe the ref even went to VAR on that because he was looking right at it because he blew the whistle straight away. So I am quite surprised he didn't give a red literally there and then he had to go to VAR for it. And he was looking at it for ages. I just don't understand. And then we come out for the second half thinking, oh, we're 2-0 up. This will be fine because it's 10 men against 11. And then we played horribly in the second half. I mean, I have never seen something like that in my life. Like, we looked like we was the team gone down to 10 men. It was that bad. We were just defending for our lives and I never understood it. I was just like, what is going on here? So for the first goal for Newcastle, Bruno G scored it. Kirkes, I do not know what he's doing. He's literally like this. He's backing into Bruno G. He's not looking at the ball and he's not looking at Bruno G. So that was completely on Kirkes, that first goal. The second goal, you can't really do anything like about it really. And then Newcastle, they just started putting in cross after cross after cross and also throw-ins into the box. And at this point, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be bad. Van Dijk was amazing because every cross and every throw-in, it's like he got his head on every single one of them. If we didn't have him, we would have not won that game. And also Anthony Gordon being sent off didn't help that game. I think if Anthony Gordon didn't get sent off, I think they would have got something out of that game. And if Isak was playing, then we definitely would have lost it, to be honest. And this is my problem recently. We've gone down two times being 2-0 up. Then the opposition's got back into the game and then we've won them. That's the reason why we need more defenders. I know we've got that kid that we just bought from, I think it was Italy, but he's only young and he isn't going to start every game. We need Gay right now because Konate, I don't know what it is. I think it's the Real Madrid thing because I could also remember Trent last season, Real Madrid put in a bid for him before, I think it was the Man United game, and he'd come out, he was really bad that game. No, I think it was the Man City game or something like that in the January transfer window, and he was really bad that game. And I think he said after the game something like, I can't really remember anything from the game, like it was his head weren't in it. And that's the reason why I think that Konate is playing like this. He's been really bad, like really bad. And it's like on the second goal, he just jogs and he just doesn't try and like get the ball or stop the person from getting it. And he hasn't been good this season at all. Newcastle's midfield was absolutely brilliant. Bruno G, I think, was amazing. I told you in my preview that the midfield battle would obviously go to them, and it did because they're all massive. Joe Linton's really physical, Tonali's really physical, and obviously Bruno G, he just loves it, doesn't he? So their midfield was absolutely amazing. Joe Linton come off injured, I think he did. So I hope that isn't bad. And also, Szoboszlai, he was playing at right back at the start of the game because I forgot to say in my preview that Frimpong was injured. I think he had like a hamstring little injury, so he was injured for this game. And when I saw the team sheet, I was thinking, oh no, Szoboszlai, Szoboszlai right back. Just oh no, I can't, because I don't think Bradley's quite fit yet. Sorry, the reason why I mentioned Szoboszlai at right back, I didn't actually say it in the video because I get confused. But Szoboszlai was so good at right back. That's what I was going to say when I said saw him on the team sheet and went, oh my god. But he was just so good there. And then he went back into midfield as well. So that's what I wanted to say about Szoboszlai. And also one player that I will say who hasn't had a good start to this season. I know he's a new player, but Florian Wirtz, he's not been great. And the problem is people are going to go in on him because of the price. I don't think he's got used to the pace and the physical like bit of the Premier League just yet, because there's been a couple of times when he gets the ball and he thinks he has like 2-3 touches, but in the Premier League you don't have that time, so it's just got to be one touch, just go sort of thing. But he hasn't been doing that, and I just think that's something for him to get used to, if you know what I mean. So I think that he will succeed in the Premier League, but he just needs to be given a lot of time. But because of his price tag, he probably won't do. And also, Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz haven't started a game together this season yet, and that is our best midfield. I think that's also the reason why we haven't been great. I know we've been winning the games, but our three midfielders haven't started a game yet. So I'd say I can properly review this whole thing when they start a game together and see if it still carries on, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to go on to Rio's winning goal, and then I'm going to talk a bit about the ref and how I think he could have done things differently, if that makes sense. So I predicted in my preview 3-2, and I was actually correct. I think I might start doing this more often, so then I actually get the right results, so then Liverpool win. This could just be like a one-off, but I knew it just wouldn't be like a 0-0, if that makes sense. So Rio, I think he's not even 16 yet, and he comes off the bench. There was 11 minutes added time, and he scored in the 10th minute with only 1 minute left, and he scored the winning goal, and his celebration was just amazing. When younger players they score goals, they look like more like happy, obviously, but like it's so different for when you see like a 25-year-old score like a debut goal or something. Do you know what I mean? And it was just amazing. And what I will say, Szoboszlai's dummy for the goal, that was the real assist, because he knew behind him that Rio, I can't say his second name properly, so I'm just saying Rio. I feel like everyone's been calling him Rio because they can't pronounce his second name. He knew that Rio was in acres of space, and he thought, I'm just going to dummy it, let it go through my legs. And oh my god, I know it doesn't go down as an official Szoboszlai assist because he didn't actually touch the ball, but them sort of assists should go down as an assist, if that makes sense. So that was all amazing, and I just can't believe it. It was a chaotic game. I just couldn't believe we was 2-0 up again, and then it got down, then it was 2-2. So now I'm going to go on to the ref and Newcastle. I think Newcastle played the occasion, not the game. I always thought they would. Tackles they were putting in, just everything. They were just so aggressive, and I thought there was going to be a lot more injuries than what there was to Liverpool players as well, if that makes sense. I know Van Dijk's was bad, but I thought, oh no, here we go. And also, what I would say about the ref is that I said in my preview, I think the ref would let a little bit more go, but he didn't really. The first, the first 30 minutes, Newcastle players were putting in tackles on Liverpool players and getting away with it. But then sometimes we'd do it to them. Then he would blow the whistle and like give a foul. And I remember seeing Van Dijk saying to the ref something like, because it was on Sky, he was saying like, what are you doing? Just let the game flow. And that was the problem. The game was so good, but it was so stop-start because the ref just kept like blowing the whistle for fouls. And obviously it also went the other way as well. I know that we got some let off fouls, but it was mostly Newcastle players. They were just going in, and then sometimes they just wouldn't get the foul. Or it would be the other way, where either a Liverpool player or a Newcastle player, it wouldn't be a foul, but then he would blow the whistle for a foul. Then we would all go, well, that weren't even a foul. I don't even understand. So yeah, this game was absolutely amazing. So this was everything that I thought happened in the game. Obviously, we've still got to improve. We need to see Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz starting a game together. Ekatike also, he's got 2 goals he's got 3 goals in 3 games he's played for Liverpool, and that is absolutely amazing. So it was a brilliant game. I was stressed towards the end. It got to the point towards the end when I was like, just blow the whistle now. I'll just deal with a draw here, because they were just on us with the throw-ins and the like throwing into the box from the corner, and it was just chaos. But luckily we got it in the end. So a really exciting game. I'm glad that I got the score prediction right. Everyone still needs to be a little bit better, but it's only the start of the season. So if you want me to review and react to another game, please let me know in the comments. This video is probably going to be all over the place because it's my first ever one. And please, can we get up to 300 subscribers? So remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!